What's up, y'all? It's the Doctor Investor back again with another video. I see you guys can see the difference from my other videos. I'm not in scrubs today. I got palm trees in the background. That's because I'm on vacation, but I thought I'd switch it up for this video. Show you guys the fruits of my labor, the payoff of being the Doctor Investor. So if you haven't checked out my channel before, this is my channel, The Doctor Investor, where we talk about real estate investing, personal finance, personal growth, and real estate investing. Before I get into the topic, you know what to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'll be right back with the topic. So let me break down the main factors that Section 8 uses when determining the rent. So there's about 5 main factors. So the first one is the location and the age of the property. Second one is the amenities and services that are within the property and the utilities that you include in the rent. They will also take into account the affordability of the property for the family, the unit size, and the type of unit you have, such as like a multi-family unit or a single family home. They take all of this together to determine what's fair market rent for your property. Section 8 will also look at other comparable units and see what those units are rented for. And they will also, Section 8 also gives a maximum amount that they will be willing to pay for a family to rent a certain property. This doesn't mean you'll get that rent, but it's good to know what that maximum amount is that Section 8 is willing to pay. That's why it's very important when you're screening a tenant to ask for their rent burden sheet. This will provide you with that information as to what is the maximum amount that a tenant can afford. So Chicago is not like some other areas in the United States when it comes to Section 8 payments and how much Section 8 will pay. I know majority of major cities on the East Coast, Section 8 will determine how much they're willing to pay strictly based on the number of legal bedrooms that the property has and the zip code and neighborhood of the property. This is not the case in Chicago. They pay based on fair market rent. So they're going to determine those 5 factors and also look at the market to see how much they're willing to offer for your unit. So when will you know how much Section 8 will pay for your unit? So you will not know until you already found a tenant. So there's several steps you'll have to go through before you even get that rent offer from the Chicago Housing Authority. First, you're gonna have to find a tenant and screen that tenant. And if you like that tenant, then they're gonna submit a request for tenancy packet that you're gonna fill out and they're gonna fill out, which is essentially their moving papers. And you're gonna have to submit that to Section 8. So once that is completed, then they'll have to do a background check on yourself to make sure you're eligible and not a red flag to rent to tenants. And they'll also do a background check on the property. After they do that, if you pass that, then they'll do an inspection of your home, the home that you want to rent to the Section 8 tenant. And once you pass that inspection, then you'll submit how much you want in rent to Section 8, and they'll tell you how much they're willing to pay. Once you come to a number that you're comfortable renting to that Section 8 tenant, then you'll accept the Chicago Housing Authority's offer, and then you'll be able to send a lease to your tenant, and you'll be all set and ready to go. So as you can see with these rent offers, they vary. And the one way to maximize rents in Chicago specifically is to make sure you're buying properties in mobility areas. If you go to thecha.org, you'll see specifically what zip codes are considered mobility areas. And these zip codes, Section 8 is willing to pay a one-time fee up to $2,000 for you just renting to Section 8 tenant, and they'll pay above market rent for that tenant to live in the property, and they'll also pay a security deposit. So if you have a property in a mobility area, which in Chicago is considered an area with low crime rate, great schools, fresh grocery stores nearby, and restaurants and shops nearby, Section 8 is willing to pay you top dollar above market rent in order to entice landlords to participate in the program that have these properties in these desirable neighborhoods. So that's a wrap for this video on how much Chicago pays for Section 8 tenants to live there. Hopefully this answers you all's questions that you've been asking me about the payment standards. If you like this video, you know what to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll be right back with another video. If you know anyone that'll benefit from my content, make sure you're sharing it with them. As I said before, this month is my birthday month, and my goal is 800 subscribers. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So I'm gonna get back to enjoying my vacation. Thank you all for tuning in. The Dr. Investor is out.